Oh, no one has left yet. Very good. I'm glad you're that interested. Many people feel that that surgical aspect of medical work is the most exciting, and it is exciting. But there's a lot of mundane, day-by-day activities and just everyday sicknesses and illnesses. So we also have everyday mundane cures. And I want to go over a few of those with you. There are many that I can get from Charlestown or perhaps Philadelphia, but in the backcountry you're going to have to make do with what the people have. So I have some of the simpler ones up here. There's one that we call Plantain. This is to be put on wounds. It helps fight any kind of infection and helps with the healing. I will show you how to preserve this, how to cut it, how to dry it. The elm tree, when we cut it, I will show you how to scrape the inside of the bark, how to cure it and keep it. We call it slippery elm. This will be used for sore throats, quite effective in the backcountry. Another thing that many people use daily in their porages is the dandelion. But it's also used to reduce excess fluid. Sometimes people get swelling in their ankles and their knees. Little dandelion is often used for that. And I will show you how to preserve that and keep it. Oh, I see my servant had some bee balm in here. This is simply tea for soothing the throat. We've often used it even since the War of Independence when, of course, I chose the wrong side on that, but I have since become a loyal American citizen. And we used the bee balm ever since then, protesting the tea. Here's one you may not be familiar with and all over the backcountry. That's the St. Johnswort. The St. Johnswort we use for mood swings, depression. Quite effective tool. Now remember I told you that we'd be learning how to pull teeth? Well, I also use something called oil of cloves. This will deaden the tooth and take away the pain. Because one of the jobs I learned while serving with the militia was that we have to keep at least 2 opposing teeth in the mouth in order to rip the cartridges open. So cloves will deaden the pain from a rotten tooth, keep the teeth in the mouth a lot longer. I will show you how to make this from the cloves that your wife may be using for cooking and how to make the oil for that. This is another interesting bark that is used in the backcountry. It's a willow bark. This is very good for headaches, aches and pains, and I'll show you how to use this and how much water to boil and for how long. But this comes in quite handy in the backcountry, especially if we can't get laudanum, which we sometimes use with the wealthier folks on the coast, and we get this from distilling opium. What's a little bit more expensive, so be careful with using out the common person. Now, remember, you probably heard your mother say, don't get out of sorts. Well, we know that medicine has to be applied to maintain balance. So we have Sacchar-Saturn, which is simply some lead and some water solution used to clear up eye problems. And we use these things to maintain balance. I can bleed you, make you throw up, make you have diarrhea. I can cause you to be purged, make you sweat. Another important pill that we've used here was invented by Dr. Benjamin Rush. We all know Dr. Benjamin Rush, one of our most famous physicians in Philadelphia. Well, he developed this pill called the Thunderclapper, and this had mercury in it. So the mercury is very good for purging one's insides, and I'm sure that many years from now people will still be talking about what a wonderful medical ingredient mercury is. Some of you I've seen chewing this, so I know you know what this is. But we use medicinal tobacco for deworming animals and children. We use it on snake bites to constrict the blood vessels, make them smaller, and that way the people recover faster. We sometimes use these if you have an upset stomach to help you throw up. We use it on wounds to draw out infection. So tobacco has many good proper uses, and I hope that it will always be lauded for its goodness and how well it can be used. Remember those aches and pains that people often get in the lowlands? We use Peruvian bark for that. I'm not sure how it works, but it takes away those aches and pains. We have to get this on shipments coming through Charlestown, and I'll make sure you get a good supply of this. Now that covers most of the simple medicines you'll be using. There are many, many, many more that you can get from the pharmaceuticals, and I will show you apothecaries in Charlestown that you can order from. But that's further in your lessons. I'm not touching on everything today. Now once more, think just a little bit. I'm going to arrange a few things here. When I'm done, I'll come back to see what kind of decision you've made.